iPhone versus Android. I don't want to bore you guys too much with a long intro, but I've been using iPhone for pretty much around 10 years now, and it's all I know. From when I was little, I went from an iPod to an iPad, then to an iPhone. I use AirPods, I use FaceTime and iMessage. I record pretty much all my videos on an iPhone. I also edit everything in iPhone as well. I use the little Photoshop app to make my thumbnails, everything. I've used this for literally every single thing. Then OnePlus One decided to send me out the OnePlus 11, and I've been using this for a couple of days, and it has blown me away. So I had the great idea, why don't I switch to Android for a whole entire week and document it? Before I do anything, I'm just gonna go through all my apps and download them on here. Okay, so this one's really important. I just checked and it has the editing software that I use, and surprisingly it's free on Android, but I had to pay for it on iPhone. I'm gonna download more apps as I go on if I need them. What do you mean what's it used for? Hold on, man. No way I gotta have something on here, like what, Apple CarPlay. Android Auto has stopped. Okay, I guess no music. Already, that's a problem with Android so far. That's what I've experienced. This is the first morning. Yesterday was Monday. That's when I got it started. Like when I set up a few things, and I didn't think that I would have an issue with this. Guys, so I'm thinking Android Auto is an app. It's already installed. Okay, I think I was supposed to do this first. So when I go back home, I'm gonna try to set this up. Okay, so I just left work and I just fixed the Android Auto. So this is what Android Auto looks like, but I figured out the problem. Let me show you guys. The problem is when I went to clock and I set the date or whatever, it was set to 2024, and that's what messed it up. But after I fixed that, it works now. I can go through my Spotify. So I'm sitting here playing with the Android Auto, and you can play games on here? Like what? Hold up, is there gonna be volume in here too? Got it. Do I use my steering wheel? See what else I can do in here. Just kind of refreshing to use something new. The one thing that I'm gonna try to do is if I could play videos, because I eat in my car a lot. So if I could like watch videos on that screen, it would be amazing. Okay, so I use AirPods every single day, and I was kind of worried that I would lose the functionality of how good AirPods are. And what I mean by that, let's just say I'm playing this.
Did it? Jay got a lot of Mexican in him, bro.
Let's just say the video is still playing. Whenever I take an AirPod, it would transfer over to these, and then whenever I take the AirPod and put it back in, close this, the audio would go back to the phone. I thought that was only for iPhones. Turns out these work perfectly fine. Let me show you. So let's play the video.
I'm serious, like, cause I watched the last fight. Last fight, he got winded.
Can you hear it? And then I'm gonna take these, put them back. Okay, so I'll just close this. Now,
I don't think he wants to fight. No, leave that alone. Leave that alone. Yeah.
I just keep getting surprised every single day that I use this phone. I got a bunch of videos to film and edit, so I'm gonna do that on the phone and see how good the phone is. Okay, so I'm about to sleep. I just finished the first day switching fully to Android, and so far I like it. I've only had a few issues. The biggest one probably is my brother called me and I didn't get a call on here or on my phone. If he was to call my phone number, it would ring through here because my SIM card is on the Android. Or if he was to message me on iMessage, I would have gotten it on the phone that I'm recording with right now. But I didn't get on either, and that's probably been the worst thing is iMessage and FaceTime. Apple CarPlay thing, Android Auto is the same thing, if not better. All the apps still function. YouTube even looks better, to be honest. This has way more customizability. AirPods even work great on here, and OnePlus One sent me out the OnePlus Buds. I'm gonna show you guys tomorrow. They're amazing as well. So yeah, that's probably the biggest thing for me so far. Okay, so guys, it's day 3 and I'm just working all day. I went to Chicago today, which is 2 hours away from me. So I've just been using Android Auto. Everything's been great, to be honest. So good so far. When I come home, I'm gonna give you guys more updates. So it's the 4th day. I just came back from the gym and I was using these headphones the whole time. Let me show you guys. I was using the OnePlus Buds the whole time, and they're pretty decent. I think I gotta change the ear tip though to a larger one, cause like I'd put one in and it would feel good for like 10-15 minutes and then it would slowly slip out. I think it's just cause I was sweating though. Other than that, it's been decent. I'm recording right now with the phone's camera, so you tell me how the camera looks when I upload this. I'm about to go inside and shower though, so I'll check up on you guys later. The one thing about Boring, Indiana that's beautiful is the sunsets. They're always so nice, but as you can see, Indiana's so flat. Okay guys, so it's 6:21 in the afternoon. I know you guys are getting sick and tired of the backgrounds. They're just like a wall, and then it's been my car, so I'm gonna go try to find a park and record the rest of the video there. First, I'm gonna talk about what I love about this phone. I don't want to talk too much about like the high refresh rate screen or anything, because you can get that on iPhone. I want to talk about mostly Android itself. The thing that I love the most is honestly the customizability. I love how customizable the phone is. Like for example, you can move your apps wherever you need them to to be. I used to jailbreak my iPod back in the day to have all this stuff. You can change the icons. I know on iPhone you have to do that weird little shortcut thing and it just doesn't work well. This phone just feels way more free. It's fast, closing in and out of apps. There hasn't been anything really that I've hated except 2 things. The biggest thing is iMessage not being there. So my little cousin texts me and he doesn't have a phone, so I get all the stuff on iMessage. The big question is, would I switch to this phone? OnePlus One let me keep this phone fully, same with the headphones, but there's 2 reasons why I'm not gonna switch. The first and biggest one is I make a lot of videos on TikTok, and whenever using the camera that's built into the app itself, for some reason Androids just look terrible. Same with Snapchat as well. I think the Google Pixel phones don't have that issue. Okay guys, so it is Wednesday, it's 8:26. I just left the gym and I've been using this phone for over a week now. And the reason why that's a good thing is because I wasn't eager to go back to my iPhone. I'm genuinely shocked and surprised at this phone. It's not really too much about the phone, it's just about Android experience as well. Because like, for example, I love the 120 hertz screen, but I can get that with the new iPhone. So I'm gonna stay away from like those benefits or like those pros. And I'm gonna talk more about Android itself rather than the phone. Look at how bad my background is. It's just a mattress, bro, in a closet. But back to what I was saying. The transition to iPhone felt easy except the iMessage, FaceTime, and the little like photos thing. All the problems that I had in the beginning were quickly smoothed out. The Apple CarPlay thing, Android Auto, it's just as good. So I had an issue where whenever I'd use this camera, even if I had the right plugin, I couldn't transfer the videos straight from the camera to my phone. So what I would have to do is drag them, move them onto my computer, and then go iCloud.com. I signed up for like a little monthly subscription thing so I can have more gigabytes online. Plus this phone is only 64 gigabytes and I'm recording at 4K 30. So I would have to drag them and go over the net. When I was trying to do that on the Android, instead of using iCloud, I just used Google Drive. And then I plugged in the USB-C, the USB-C cable to here, and you can transfer the files from your camera straight to here. If you want to move photos or videos from your Android to your computer, it works smoothly. But if I was trying to do it on my iPhone, it'd be some like error with the files or whatever. You have to do it on Mac. Apple does this thing where it tries to lock you into where you can't get out. And that's the main reason why they haven't changed like the little color of the bubbles when you're texting people. That's why they haven't made FaceTime like its own app or iMessage. The next thing that I had was I'd wear AirPods all the time, every day. And so the cool thing about AirPods was you could take them out, put them in your ear, and they would just work. Take them off, the speaker would play through like the phone. And then whenever you put them back in your ear, it would transfer automatically. OnePlus One also sent out their like buds. I don't like the case that it opens up like this. You just can't do it one-handed. Like it's hard to open it one-handed. And then also, it's not their fault. These sound amazing and they're comfortable. They just don't stay in my ear. I've tried the smallest size and the largest. I'd put them on like this and then they just slowly fall out, especially when I'm at the gym. So these are good just depending on your ear. And they do the same thing as AirPods. You put them in your ear, they work. They're just not as fast. Now, if you use WhatsApp as your primary app to communicate with people, like my mom, then it's not a big thing for you at all. And if you don't make content, you really don't need to worry about it. Like, I think Androids just tend to be a little bit cheaper. I think you can find an Android with your budget, whether if you're gonna go to iPhone, they have like these set prices and it's pretty fixed. Like the only reason why I have WhatsApp on my phone right now is to talk to my mom and relatives back home from Yemen. And a lot of people from Europe and Middle East, they all just use WhatsApp. And that's why I'm gonna be giving my mom this phone. She has the Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus, and she's had that since it came out. It's been forever, it's slow. The battery lasts like 15 minutes, so she has to use it while it's charged, so this will be perfect. But yeah, Android versus iPhone. Nowadays, it's really just all up to the person. Like there's no definitive yes or no. It's just whatever your preference is. For me, I need the support of the apps like Snapchat, TikTok. I need the highest quality camera when it comes to that. Also, I need like my FaceTime and iMessage. Even though you can join, I think you can join FaceTime calls, but they have to send you a link. You see how they make it harder for you to escape? It's called the Apple ecosystem, I think. And I'm living in it, but I'm only here because everybody around me is here. I'm not gonna make all my friends download WhatsApp just to talk to me. But yeah, I think both these phones are honestly great. To be honest, I don't even think it's a phone thing. I think it's just an operating system. It's like Mac versus Windows. I play video games. It's so weird because Windows and Android go hand in hand. And you got Apple and Mac. It's cool because Windows and Android are like very customizable. I think just as softwares, but also like building your own computer and stuff like this. And then Macs, you just buy whatever Apple gives you. But yeah, thanks for watching. I hope my point was clear. They're both really good. It's literally all up to the person. Depending on what your needs is, either one is great for you. Again, thanks to OnePlus One for sending this out. If you want it, the link is in bio. And they didn't pay me for this or anything. This was just an extra video that I made. But yeah, subscribe, follow, like, all that.